Shalom, peace, face the east towards Jerusalem, should I say Rosh Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rocha Kadash. That's Hebrew for all praise Yahweh, in the name Yahushai, in the name Holy Spirit. Giving double honours to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honour to the men under the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, peace to the chosen Israelites. This video is about the fact that the sons of God that are written off before the Israelites came on the scene came back as Israelites. Like Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Adam through Seth, all the way down to Noah, then Shem, then down to guys like Arphaxad, then Terah, then Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. They came back as Israelites. Lot came back as an Israelite. He was the son of God too. Genesis 5 talks about the descendants of Adam, particularly the sons of God. Genesis 5. This is the book of the generation of Adam in the day that God created man. Now God here is the Hebrew plural Elohim, which is the Hebrew Elohim, which is plural for God. So it's gods. In the day that gods, what gods? The angels created man in the likeness of the Elohim, made they him. Male and female create they them, and bless them, and call their name Adam. In the day when they were created, the angels create everything. Yahweh had the blueprint, and the angels follow that blueprint to a T. Multiple men and multiple women were created, not just one man and not just one woman. Genesis 5:3. And Adam lived 130 years. Now this is particular male adult. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. Seth was the third son that Adam had. Now this third son took the place of righteous Abel after righteous Abel was murdered by his wicked brother Cain. Seth, Shath, compensation. Substituted, third son of Adam. Genesis 4:25. And Adam knew his wife again. Knew his wife again, as in like he had sex with his wife again. And she bare a son. She got pregnant. She birthed a son and called his name Seth. Shath. For God said, she hath appointed me another seed. Second, for God said she, said Eve, hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And you read about that in Genesis 4. And mind you, that's Genesis 4:25 there. So yeah, Seth took the place of Abel, who was murdered by Cain. And the sons of God bloodline continued through Seth. It was Adam through Seth. And called his name Seth. Verse 4. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Verse 5. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. This is verse 6. Verse 7. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years and begat sons and daughters. Verse 8. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. Verse 9. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Cainan. Verse 10. And Enos lived after he begat Cainan 815 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Verse 11. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. Verse 12. And Cainan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel. Verse 13. And okay, basically he keeps going on. This is giving you the sons of God. This starts with Adam through Seth, and then if you go to the bottom of Genesis 5, it tells you about Lamech, who was the ninth from Adam, who had a son called Noah. Genesis 5:28 through 32. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, This thing shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old. And Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth, or shall I say Shem, Ham, or Japheth. Shem equals name. Shem is really Shem in the Hebrew, and Shem is Hebrew for the English name. So Shem means name. The oldest son of Noah and progenitor of the Semitic tribe. The Shemite tribes go back to Shem. Abraham was of the Shemites, so Abraham went back to Shem. Now I'm just going to jump a bit to Genesis 10, which gives you the table of nations. Tells you about most of the nations. I say most because not all the nations, not all the 18 nations were formed yet. You know, you're going to have the Israelites, the Edomites, the Moabites. Israelites, Edomites, Ishmaelites, Moabites, Ammonites formed yet. They came on the scene after Abraham had Isaac, Ishmael, and Isaac had Esau, and Jacob had the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, his 12 sons that became progenitors themselves. Anyway, Genesis 10. Descendants of Noah. It gives you the descendants of Noah, those of Shem, those of Ham, and those of Japheth. And tells you their sons that were born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Japheth, the sons of Cush, the sons of Shem. Genesis 10:21. It talks about the sons of Shem. Genesis 10:21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were children born. Of Eber, or should I say Ibar, because that's the Hebrew I, and that's the Bar Ra. Ibar. Ibar. When we look at the term Hebrew, it goes back to this term Ibar that was just seen. Genesis 14:13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and brother of Aner. And these were confederate in league with Abram. Abram the Hebrew. When you look at this word, it's Ibar, yeah, or should I say Ha-Ibar, yeah, Hi-Abaria, Hebrew, one from beyond. The word Hebrew goes back to this word Ibar, H5677, and now you guys already saw that word in Genesis 5. So the Hebrew language was passed through the Shemites. Go back to Genesis 10:21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Ibar, the brother of Japheth the elder, even to him were children born. The children of Shem, this is verse 22, Elam, or should I say Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. I'll jump to verse 24 because Arphaxad is who Abraham went through. And Arphaxad begot, because Arphaxad is a forefather of Abraham. And Arphaxad begot Salah, and Salah begot Eber. Verse 25, and unto Eber were born two sons, the name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Verse 26, and Joktan begot Almodad, and Sheleph, and Hazar-Maveth, and Jerah. Verse 27, and Hadaram, and Uzzah, and Diklah. Verse 28, and Obad, and Abimael, and Sheba. Verse 29, and Opha, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Verse 30, and their dwelling was from Mesha as thou goest onto Saphar and Mount of the east. Verse 31, these are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues. Tongue is reference to languages. In their lands after their nations. Verse 32, these are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. You know, the great flood of water that happened during the time of Noah. And then in Genesis 10, that's where they confound in language. You had the formation of languages. That way, the people didn't understand each other because they came together against the Mosai, and the Mosai confounded the language. Then it talks about descendants of Shem again, Genesis 11. Eventually, you see Abraham mentioned. See Genesis 11:13. See the line. You see from Shem to Abraham, Genesis 11:10 to 26. You see from Shem to Abraham. You see, Arphaxad mentioned there, so that's why I said, Abraham, one of Abraham's forefathers was Arphaxad. So I'll just get it this way. I'll keep it. Shem begat Arphaxad, who begat Salah, who begat Eber, should I say Ibar, who begat Peleg, who begat Ru, who begat Serug, who begat Nahor, who begat Terah. And who's Terah, guys? The father of Abraham. And Abraham and Terah begat Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. So yeah, it was from Shem to Abraham. It was Shem, Arphaxad, Salah, Eber, should I say Ibar, Peleg, Ru, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abraham, and then Isaac, Jacob. The covenant was established with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that's when the sons of God line got exactified. There was always a chosen line. Before the Israelites came on the scene, they were simply known as the sons of God. But after the Israelites came on the scene, the sons of God were more exactified, in the sense that they were now all coming from the line of Israel. So the sons of God that came before the Israelites were on the scene got reincarnated, came back in the flesh as Israelites. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the forefathers of the Israelites, guess what? They came back as Israelites. Lot, who was a prophet of the Most High on the right hand side, he prophesied against someone from Gomorrah. He came back to Israel. I said, your gods and all of your children of the Most High. This was said to the Israelites. The Israelites are the sons of God. You get the Apocrypha. Second address. (654). The people whom he chose were the Israelites, and the Israelites are the sons of God. Genesis 5, it gives you the lines of the sons of God.